Alright, let's go. Alright, hi everyone, good evening. How's it going? What's news? How's your week been? Hi Cam. Hi Stars, Sabrina's version. Hi Marley. Hi Kate Baba. Hi Alana. Hi Aiden Richie. How's everyone going? What's new for everybody? So tonight we're going to do some drawing studies. And we're drawing pugs. So if you have a pug or have a friend with a pug and you want me to draw their pug, then jump into my video from earlier this morning and post a picture of that pug in the comments, and I will pull it up on screen, and if we get time, we'll draw it. Hi, Bow Herd. Hi, Lilac. Hi, Param Dip Gill. Hi, J Bar. Hi, Lillian Lochran Dixon. Hi, Squid Rabbit. Hi, Rhino. How's it going? All right. Hi, Lil Brodry. Let me change tonight's question, hey? Hi, Booty Sprinkles 69. You know what? I'm going to move that down there. All right. Well. Yeah, I get some interesting ones in the chat on TikTok. I certainly do. Hi, Dark Lord 07AU. How's it going? What's news? All right. Let's jump over into the main scene.
Right, let's do this!
All right. Hi, Naza Ayo. Which same Dark Lord? Hi, Mr. Doily. How's it going? So, as I was saying to everyone, we're going to draw some pugs tonight. So if you have a pug or you know someone who has a pug and you want me to draw it, drop it in the comments of my video from earlier today talking about tonight's stream. Hi, why not? Hi, Flame to Ice AU. I'm not sure. Happy Goat 6. It's Dark Lord 07AU. So, maybe. Hi, Gert. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Autumn. Hi, Official Queefinator. Hi, V4L. How's it going? Hi, Jade. Alright, so I got a pug in my comments earlier today. So let's grab that photo. Hi, Mara Priv. Hi, Chicken Jockey. Oh, dang. Okay, I'll have to get it out of the phone, apparently. So let me just have a quick look, see here. I haven't really done much with the new TikTok photo comment thing yet. So... I mean... Okay. So apparently you can't save the pictures in the comments. But that's okay. Screenshots are a workaround. Alright. So let me just pull up the picture of the pug that we're drawing right now. Hi, Hurai. Hi, Keelan's Hairbrush. Hi, April. Hi, Jelly. Hi, Summer. Hi, Xavier. Hi, Jesse1000. Hi, NTTO. Hi, LeBrock. How's it going? Alright, I'll just get the picture. There we go. And here is the little guy. Oh, not that one. There we go. Alright, there we go. There's the little guy we're going to draw first. Hey, Bella, how's it going? Hi, Creepy. Hi, Cupid. Hi, Fluffabluff. Hi, it's your girl, Jess. Let me find a blank page. Ah, doing good. Looking forward to getting some pugs in tonight. I'm going to make this a bit smaller so the page fits in properly. There we go. That's a bit better. Same on Twitch. Let's make this a bit smaller so we can actually see the page and not just a portion of the page. All right. Oh, great. Hi, Deputy One. How's it going? Well, feel free to post pictures of Bowie in the comments, Bella, because I'm definitely going to draw French Bulldogs at some point. Right now, I'm starting with like the animals and machinery and stuff like that that is in my comic for practice. And then I'm just going to start drawing whatever I feel like I need to practice that week. All right, so what should we draw this first dog with? I wasn't sure how the photo feature was getting rolled out, to be honest. Doing good, Deputy One. So yeah, we're gonna do some pug drawing studies tonight. I'm not sure what the title of the live actually is. TikTok Studio on the computer and TikTok Live have not been matching up properly. So when I go live on the computer, it just keeps showing like my last title from a couple of weeks ago, even though I've set up TikTok events via the app. And for some reason, when I have an event set up in the app, I can't change the title on the computer. And it's hard to know what's happening there. Yeah, I was going to say, this is not Dungeon Glitch. There we go. That's better. All right. So, yeah, what should we do this first drawing with? Big fat pencil, charcoal, or, let me find it, brush pen. What do you folks think? Hi, GeoZach. Honestly, it's a lot of practice. I don't have nearly enough practice drawing dogs, which is why we're doing this tonight, so I can get that practice. But it's tricky, especially a dog like a pug, which has some really specific features. All right. No worries, Bella. I'll be here. And for anyone in the chat that wants to join in, you can feel free to draw along, and you can either drop your drawings in the comments of the posts that I'll make after the stream, or you can join the Discord and post your drawings in the art channel in my Discord. But yeah, what are we thinking? Are we going to try charcoal, brush pen, or big fat pencil for tonight's first drawing? Hi, Adil. How's it going? And don't forget, if you have a pug or you know of a pug, you know, friend's got a pug, go ahead and post it in the comments of my video from earlier today, and I'll have a look while we're going, and we'll draw it. Hi, Tom. How's it going? All right. I reckon for this first guy, since he's a bit wild, we should use the big fat pencil. Where's that dog gone? Open it up nice and big for me. All right. Hey Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. All right. I'm going to move... Whoop, not that one. I'm going to move this down here. Hi, it's Alex. And just a reminder for everyone in the chat that if you want to get your own custom sketch card, this is an unfinished one, but these are a few examples I was working on last week. If you want to get one of these for whatever character you like and have it sent to you, you can do that by dropping a baby dragon gift. And there's one of those per stream. And yeah, like it says down the bottom, you can just drop a baby dragon gift and I will draw it live for you on the stream. Don't ask me for instructions on how to get coins. I can't remember how to do that right now, honestly. I need to grab a link for that so I can help people out when they need help. The Discord link is my server for people to hang out in that like my work. And for anyone who wants to join in while we're doing these studies, can drop their pictures in the Discord when we're done. I've gone too big with this already, so let's just quickly... Yeah, so that's the Discord for Brainbeast Studios for all my, comics and D&D and my streams and TTRPG games and all that sort of stuff. So people can hang out and chat to other nerds and other comic creators and share pictures of your pets, talk about gaming and comics. And for these stream nights, if you join in with what we're drawing, you can share your artwork in there. You can share your artwork in there anytime, but specifically while we're doing these, if you want to share what you did with the draw along, then that's what it's there for. Hi Spooks, how's it going? So this guy is a pug mix. He's a friend's dog. But I love his silly face, so that's the first one we're drawing tonight. Hi Charlie Hayworth, how's it going? This is not the most amazing effort tonight yet, but I am trying to keep it fast. I'm trying to get the spirit of the dog, not necessarily the exactness of the dog. The person who owns this dog is actually the artist for the next Snuffles comic that's going to come out. The Before the Beginning one that I've been writing on Wednesday nights. So that is especially a good point for drawing this particular pup. Hi, TS, was it? I just saw. How's it going? Hi, Chocolate. How's it going? As you can tell, I need quite... No worries, Bella. See you tomorrow. As you folks can tell, I definitely need more practice drawing dogs, especially for when I start drawing the actual Snuffles the Indomitable comic, the full-length one. Hi, that one random equestrian. I think that was the name I just saw. This is truly not the best likeness of this dog, but it was fun. Alright. I'll call that one there. Went a bit too big on that one. And I'm going to drop that in the Discord. So again, for anyone that wants to join in with these pug studies and whatnot, you can do so. And you can either drop your pictures in the comments of the post, or you can join that Discord and share in the Share Your Art channel. Oops, that's not the one I need to change. This is the one I need to change. Let's draw this guy. Stop! Alright. This little one's up next. So, for anyone that wants a little peek, here is the Discord. So we got the general channels. Let me move this over for TikTok to see. We got the general channels, photos from stream, gardening, comics, music, pet pics, selfies, tabletop gaming, video games, stream and podcast help. Hi Baku bro. TV and film chat. Share your art channels, mini painting channels, share your art. Gundam builders, I mostly post in there at the moment. It's mostly me. Resources for artists. Some self-promo channels. Voice channel. It's a fun time. So, I'm going to go ahead and post that drawing in the Share Your Art channel. And tag the owner. Even though it's not the best likeness. And there you can see previous posts from stream. And there's one from Anthony. Oh, hello, MVCDM. Hi, that random equestrian. How's it going? I got some more from Anthony here somewhere. There's some more from Anthony. So, yeah, that's the sort of stuff we do in the Discord. And now, I'm going to get ready to draw the next little pug. And we're going to try the brush pen for this one. And I'm probably going to hate myself. But let's give it a try. All right. Hey, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. Hi, Ella. How's it going? Okay, I've gone too big again. I'm pretty sure. Hi Axel Yuji, how's it going? Not too much up. We're drawing pugs. If anyone wants to draw along, I will drop this picture in the Share Your Art channel in the Discord so that you can get it and use it. There you go, it's in. Awesome. Yeah, we're doing pug studies this week and sausage dog studies next week because I have both of those dogs in my comic book. And last week we did capybara studies because I have robot capybaras in my comic book. Jeez, that looks wild. I forgot about this. I'm off to a great start. Hi, Connor. Nice. What do you like about him? Hi, the baby Ace. That one is not amazing. I mean, you've got a point. You've got a point. Those soundtracks were pretty incredible. Alright. Moving on, and we'll pick another one. Hey Google, stop the timer. I wish. I don't have one. So I'm just pulling up photos of pugs from the internet. But we're drawing them because this is the main character from my comic book. This is a Dragon Ball Z style picture of him that I drew. But yeah, the main character from my comic book is a little pug guy. Here's his design sheet. Hey, Teen Titans Go, how's it going, buddy? So this is more like what he looks like in the actual comic book. And this is what he looks like when my buddy Adam draws him. This was a special print that Adam created for the Kickstarter. That's okay, bud. I'll be here long term. I'll always be here around this time of night. And this is the cover for the first comic of Snuffles that's coming out by my buddy Matt. So you can see that everyone's got a really different take on him, but it's still Snuffles, which is rad. I really love it. Yeah, I don't stream on the weekends. I only stream Tuesday through Friday. But I'll be around in the school holidays. No worries, I'll see you later. No, I don't. This is just my own studio. I work for myself and by myself. I work with collaborators and stuff on some stuff. Sometimes I write and draw. Sometimes I just write. Sometimes I just draw. Um, but I mostly write, and then I write and draw when I don't have any money to pay someone to draw for me. I mean, I draw stuff all the time, but when it comes to comics, I'm just not that fast yet, you know? And certain stories that I am writing, I have specific friends in mind for. Sometimes I write specifically for myself to draw it because it's my style, it's my story, you know? But there's a lot of times where I have a specific aesthetic in mind for a story. And so I hit up one of my buddies and go, hey, can you do this for me? How much is it going to cost me? And then we make it happen. But I'm actually full-time in my business as of next month. I technically kind of am right now. I'm doing a small business startup program. But the actual like proper full-time phase doesn't start till next month. But I've already finished my assignments for the course, so I've kind of got an extra couple of weeks on top of that, which I'm using to catch up on some things, catch up on some stuff for my social media scheduling and my content creation, catch up on some stuff around the house, setting up the studio, that sort of thing. You know, like this is all new, so I'm in the process of setting all that up. Hello, Nephthys Nile. Hi, how's it going? All right. Hey, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. All right, let's draw this little bean. Yeah, I'll move the picture down here. Hi, Mimi. How's it going? Hi, FootyBoy1235. Thanks for the follow. No worries. See you later, Axel. Hi, Rust the Dingo. Hi, Unknown Species. How's it going? Hi, Finkelberry. Um, Good question, Briar. Yeah, don't put too much pressure on yourself to draw every single day. Um, that can be more hampering than helpful, to be honest. Especially if you're like me and you're neurodivergent. Um, Executive dysfunction is a thing, and it can make you feel really, really bad when you don't hit that target. So, draw as often as you can, but don't beat yourself up if you have to take a day off. That's a huge thing. Don't beat yourself up. Do this kind of thing, do little drawing studies. 10 minutes, do a little doodle. Low stakes, low pressure. I mean, it really depends on what the purpose is, doesn't it? Like, I'm doing this particular drawing study as a 10-minute long study deliberately to restrict myself to increase my speed and accuracy. I'm trying to make myself get both faster and more accurate. No worries, Briar. And I mean, if you want, if you need body doubling, come along to these sessions on Tuesday night and draw along with whatever I'm drawing. I've got a little channel in my Discord so that people can drop their drawings in my Discord channel when they're done after the stream. And if people need the reference picture that I'm using, I can drop that in the channel too. Hi, Olivia Shrapnel. How's it going? Okay. Bye-bye. I had a feeling as soon as I saw that username that was going to be a thing. But, yeah. Dealt with. Already dealt with. We don't have to worry about that one anymore. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm going to be doing these study drawing sessions every Tuesday night, a different topic each week. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord. I can drop a link if you want. And people can join in, grab the reference pictures that I'm using, and share your art in there when you're done. You can share your art anytime, but specifically, I'm encouraging people to join in on these sessions. This one has so many little wrinkles. Hey, Anthony! Hello, buddy. I was just talking about you a few minutes ago. Stop! I'm going to give myself a couple minutes to finish off this little one. I actually really like how this silly little guy looks, so... Never bad things. No, just talking about the Discord and the art channel and just showing the art channel to people and talking about some of your work, because I like it. This dog is so funny. Hi, Grug. Isn't it? It's such a good dog. If your drawing hands are warmed up, Anthony, you should give this one a go. I can throw the reference picture in Discord if you want. Alright, give me a second. Alright, it's in the Share Your Art channel. Alright, I'll leave that one there. But I love it. I actually really like how this one turned out. I'm going to finish that up with some ink later. Alright, let's pick another one. Mine ended up looking a bit crazier than the reference picture, but... Hey, thanks, Maxis. Nephthys? Fuck. Oh, hey, did I show you the Freddy that I drew last week, Nephthys? Yeah, it was a Tolera suggestion. So this was the prompt for the Chaotic Draw Along. Zombie talent show. And this is the Freddy so far. Let me just move that where you can see it better. There we go. So I've got to finish that up sometime this week. I'll be warming down with finishing off one of those two tonight. So we'll see. We'll see which one happens. All right. Which pug are we going to use now? Oh, this melty one. Hey, yeah, no worries. I'll talk to you soon. How long have we been live for? Oh yeah, we got half an hour. We got another half an hour, so let's fill in as many pugs as we can. Hey, NVC, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm not sure if you're just lurking or if you're actively listening. But feel free to drop as many pictures of Lancelot as you want in the Pet Pics channel in the Discord. Because I need a wide range of sausage dog references. So I'm just going to organize a couple of my references here so I can find them easier when we do the next one. Hi, Watch the Throne Lover. Hi, Tony Lamont. Thanks for following. I'm trying to keep up with the chat notifications as much as I can. But just bear with me for a sec while I quickly organize these references to make it easier for deciding what to draw next tonight. Hi Tabby, how's it going? Okay, there we go. All organized. Alright. So, we're going to set a 10-minute timer again. And then we're going to get started on the next drawing. Oh, hello. NVC, you fucking legend. Again, I don't know if you can hear me, but fuck, that's great. Hi, Christopher Mint Plastigu. I wonder if I'll be able to fit those in my cube shelves behind me. Because I got this, but Aldi has run out, so I can't get any more. Alright. Hi, Wobsy. Hey, Google, set a timer for 10 minutes. Alright. Charcoal, I think. I think charcoal for this one. Hi, secretly Lance McLean. Hi, Dimpin. How's it going? How's it going? Who's your favorite superhero? Hi, Zay. Isn't it? That's the one we're drawing for the sketch study tonight. We're picking a different one every 10 minutes. Hey, that's a good choice. Miles Morales is a really great character. Um, I got a lot of time for Miles Morales. Toe beans, toe beans, toe beans, toe beans. Do you have a favorite Miles storyline? Hi, Amarukas3. I hope I got that name right. Hi, Main Threat. Have you read the recent Blade crossover one with Miles in it? Blood Hunters or something? It's really cool. It leads into some really rad Miles stuff with Black Panther, actually, as a result. No worries. What are you doing, Main Threat? Homework. Good luck. I'm homework free again at the moment, which is great. I finished all the assignments for my business course, and now I can just focus on doing the work. I haven't had normal homework in like 20 years, but I did have my business course assignments recently, which thankfully I finished. Hi, Tori. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, hey, Valentino Valuri. Thank you for the roses. For some reason, my alerts aren't going off, so I didn't hear that. I'll have to investigate. Hi, Jazz. How's it going? Hi, Caitlin Harvey. How's it going? Hey, thanks for sharing the live. I really appreciate that. The more shares, the better. And for everyone that's new to the chat tonight, thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Sunday, also known as Brain Beast Studios. I write comics, I draw sketch cards, sometimes I make posters, I make merch. This is one of my own shirts that you can get on my Threadless store. It's called Moby Duck, and it's inspired by the Longest John song. I've got a few comics coming out this year. I've got a new D&D adventure that I'm working on. I'm also the host of the podcast No Capes, the show where we talk about creator-owned comics with creators who own comics. Stop. All right, I finished that just before the timer. That's so rad. All right, let's pick another pug. Oh, actually, it's time to warm down. All right, so let's see. We got this little guy done. This crazy guy done. Straight ink to paper is not my strong suit yet, but I'm getting there. This little guy, which is my favorite. That one's my favorite. This little guy. Is your uncle an artist too? These are some of our capybaras and armadillo from last week. And now... Oh, cool. What's his name? I might already know him. I know a lot of comic creators because of, well, my work. I run the Australia and New Zealand comic creators Discord too. All right. Properties. Configure video. Yeah, that's probably why you're seeing this live, because you're probably not too far from me in Victoria. I'm actually getting ready at the moment for a convention in Melbourne in September. Oh yeah, no worries. If he doesn't doesn't have a publishing name or something, that's fine. But if you can find the title of the comics, and they're available anywhere for me to purchase, then just let me know what the publishing name is. Because I also do, well, not exactly review videos, but recommendation videos for comics that I've read. I'm actually about to record. I'm a bit behind on my release schedule for new videos here on TikTok of that type. So I'm about to record a bunch of those tomorrow. This is one of the next... Actually, I'll just put it down here. This is one of the next ones that I'll be recording. That one was pretty fun, actually. It was fun. And I did a little video about these. Yesterday, I think. I mentioned these, but I've got to do a proper video about these soon. These are from local Indigenous Australian creators. It's a really rad book. I really, really like the Dark Heart books. Talgard is a really cool one too, but another Australian creator and a bunch of different artists. It's like an anthology where the one writer wrote all the stories and then worked with different artists for all the books. This one's a fantasy, Conan sword and sorcery sort of era book. I think I've already done a video about Talgard though. You should be able to find it if you scroll through a bit. But I've got a few of Gary's other books that I need to record videos about. But right now, which one of these should I warm down with to finish? This one needs to be inked and then colored. This one just needs to be colored. And if you want to read any of my comics, you can look my name up, Brainbeast Studios, on Global Comics or Comics.one. Yeah, this one's Freddy Krueger. I am pretty keen to finish this one. Yeah, I really enjoyed drawing this one on Friday night. And if people want to help choose what new sketch cards I draw this week, because tonight I'm just finishing this one, but tomorrow night I'll do a sketch card before I start writing. Thursday night I'll do one sketch card before I start doing my digital art projects. And then Friday night is the Friday night sketch card party, where I try to do as many of them as possible in one night in a 3-hour stream. So, excuse me, if you have favorite characters that you want me to draw, jump to my video that I posted a couple of hours ago, showing off all the finished sketch cards, and post pictures of your favorite characters in the comments. Hi, Colin Hines. Hi, stay hydrated. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, anyone watching, if you want me to draw your favorite character, either join the chat at the start of streams, or go to that video, and there'll be another video on Friday morning as well, and post pictures of your favorite characters, because you can post photos in the comments now. So post pictures of your favorite characters in the comments, and I'll pick some, we'll do a poll at the start of each stream and the start of each new card, so that chat can decide which one I'm going to draw. And just to let everybody know again, these sketch cards are available on my Etsy store. I think I need to update a couple. I think there's a couple missing. But they are available on my Etsy store. You can buy the original card. Or if you subscribe to my Ko-fi, you can get a digital scan of them to use them as mobile phone backgrounds and stuff like that. But if you want a custom one, there is one custom commissioned one posted to you, available every stream. Just the one. Hi, Burnsy, how's it going? Who's your favorite superhero, Burnsy? This one is just the Art Studio pigment liner. I'm about to switch over to this Copic multi-liner. And then for the fine details, I'll be using this Unipin fine line. And then once that sets a bit, I'll pull out the touch markers and the Copic markers to do the colors. Yeah, nice. What do you like about Star-Lord? Ah, so you like the movie version. Hey, thanks for following. Hi, Sky. How's it going? The movie version was pretty fun. I find the comic book version pretty interesting, especially his latest storyline. I've got to get caught up on it, but I was really enjoying that when I was reading some of it. Oh, well, I do have a message to the world. Just make art. You can just do it. You don't have to be good at it. You don't have to be able to do anything fancy. You can just do it. And you know what the best part is once you've done it? You made some art. Hell yeah. Hi, Jordan Martini. Exactly. You can just start. You don't have to be good at it to begin with. You know, I've seen, like, there are so many comics out there that are actually really interesting to read, but they are made with just stick figures or the most basic art because the artist has a really good grasp of storytelling and pacing and stuff like that. Even if they aren't the most technically gifted artists yet. But the best thing is that the more you do it, especially if you find free tutorials and stuff like that, the more you do it, the better you'll get. The cooler stuff you'll get to make. You don't even have to think about selling it. You don't have to nothing. Just make it because it's fun. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it is. It's Freddy Krueger, yeah. Yeah, this was a request from chat last week. And yes, and honestly, I got something for that. Let me find it. I'll show you. This is my favorite anatomy book in the world. There's 2 volumes of it. I've only got the physical volume of volume 1, but I will get volume 2 eventually. I've got the digital of volume 2. It's by Mike Hawthorne, who's a Marvel and DC artist. You'll know some of his work from Superior Spider-Man. And he was recently on Wonder Woman, among other things. And it's really good. It's got these little basic diagrams that show you how the shapes of the anatomy work without delving too overwhelmingly into the individual muscles and their anatomical names and how it all connects to bone to tissue, etc. Mike Hawthorne. He's here on TikTok. You can follow him on TikTok. He does drawing process videos and stuff. And you can get these on his Gumroad store. So if you look up Drawing Cheat Codes by Mike Hawthorne, you'll be able to get a copy of them. I'm not sure if he's got physical copies of Volume 1 anymore, but you can still get the digital one. And Volume 2 deals with the body in perspective and stuff like that. What's your request, Burnsy? Hi, Talia. How's it going? Hmm. If you go and put a picture of Star-Lord under the video that I posted earlier today, asking for people to drop their favorite characters in the comments, then I will add that to the polls for this week's streams. I can't guarantee Star-Lord will get done. It depends on what chat votes for. So if you're here when I do the vote, then you can put in a vote for it. But if you go put it in the comments of that video, I will remember that Star-Lord was requested, and it will definitely go into the polls for this week's sketch cards. I'll be doing a new sketch card tomorrow, a new sketch card on Thursday, and then as many sketch cards as we can fit into 3 hours on Friday night. Alternatively, if people want to guarantee that I draw their character, you can do a commission one once per stream. Tonight it's too late because I'm about to finish up once I finish inking this one. But tomorrow it'll be open by putting a baby dragon gift through the chat and telling me what your character is. Once every stream, I have one of those commission slots up. Ooh, same deal, Lance. Mate, if someone could put $1,000 through my Ko-fi account, I would be able to make almost an entire comic out of that. But for now, I'm happy with anyone putting through the commission cost. Because the baby dragon in the chat includes getting the drawing posted to you. I think a galaxy is pretty big, isn't it? I mean, well, yeah, For the commissions, it's at least a baby dragon, because the baby dragon is how much I charge for a sketch card commission. You know what I mean? So, like, people can put anything that's a baby dragon or above through, and I will draw their character. It's just that the baby dragon is the actual equivalent of the commission cost. So it's the closest minimum gift for that. I think a galaxy is pretty high, isn't it? I think I'd lose my mind if someone put a galaxy through. I'd definitely bloody stay online and do this sketch card immediately. Damn, this is coming out alright. Hi, number one Rizzler. I mean, I never really thought it wouldn't come out good, but I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I might switch to a final one though. Yeah, I think that's why some of these people come up with the names that they do. I definitely had a chuckle at a few of them. There's been some good ones. Hi, Raining. We're warming down from stream with a sketch card of Freddy Krueger. How's it going? But just back on the topic of Burnsy's comment, I think if somebody dropped a galaxy in the chat, I would do one of these ones. So, the baby dragon and above gets this, the normal trading card size. But I think if somebody dropped a galaxy for a sketch card, they would get the choice between a normal size or a giant size. I'm really looking forward to finishing these ones soon. These two are going to be a matching pair of Tetsuo and Kaneda from Akira. I can't wait to finish those. And for any other Aussie artists in the chat, where are they? I actually sell the sketch cards in little packs. Packs of 20 sketch cards for these ones, and packs of 10 for the big ones. And you can get them on my Etsy store. I don't know, Burnsy. Let me have a look. I'll Google it. I'm still not fully up with. Hmm. Fucking hell. Universe is huge. That's wild. I can't. Oh, this one doesn't have Galaxy in the list. Let me find a different one. I found one the other day that had a really good breakdown of all the gifts. I think Universe is the biggest one. By the looks of this list. Universe is at the very, very bottom of the list. And I can't find Galaxy on this list. It's in there somewhere. Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, Universe is like a couple hundred times bigger than a Galaxy. Yeah, Galaxy is 1k coins, which is roughly USD 25 Australian dollars. So 16 US dollars to 25 Australian dollars. Whereas the baby dragon comes out to roughly $42-ish. So that's the closest to what I charge for a commission of a sketch card. Which is usually $45 at conventions. So baby dragon is pretty close. Where'd the pen I was just using go? There it is. I'm still pretty new to TikTok streaming, so I'm still getting used to what all the Galaxy, the gift values are and how people can get gifts to give and coins and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, bear with me when you ask questions about it. I'll probably have to look up the answers for now. I don't know it all off by heart yet. Yeah, so someone put a TikTok, excuse my language for any of the underage people. I am 38, so I do swear sometimes. If someone dropped a Galaxy in the chat, I think I would lose my mind. Universe. Someone put a universe in the chat. I think I would lose my mind. Because what is that in Australian dollars? Yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, yeah, a universe is worth 879 Australian dollars. Holy crap. Alright, we're going to let this dry for a minute. And then... Oops, I missed a spot. No, I've never played Fortnite. Shooters aren't really my thing. I don't mind ones like Deus Ex and Thief and stuff like that, where it's a bit more of an RPG style thing. But competitive shooters like Fortnite and League of Legends and Marvel Rivals and stuff like that aren't really my jam. I'm a big TTRPG guy, big top-down RPG video games. You know, third-person role-playing games like Baldur's Gate 3 and Jedi Survivor, stuff like that. And platformers. I love a good Metroidvania. What am I doing? Oh, I was looking for my rubber. That's what I'm doing. Now, while you two are bullying each other in the chat, I'll just let the Australians know that I have applied for Artist Alley for Metro Comic Con this year. So if you're Melbourne based or you're going to be in Melbourne in September, come along to Metro Comic Con and you can pick up some of my art in person. I'll have prints, I'll have original sketch cards like these on the table, I'll have zines, I'll have my actual comics. My comic book Double Billing will be here by then. Tussle in the Golden Triangle should be finished by then. The Network Man may or may not be finished by then. I'll have patches. Ha! That's funny, because I moved to Victoria from Queensland. I used to be a Brisbane... Well, that's just no excuse. You should be in Australia. I don't know. I definitely don't miss Brisbane. There were some good things about it, but I've definitely really enjoyed the arts community in Victoria. It's a lot more flexible and supportive than the Brisbane arts scene, honestly. I couldn't get a look in at any grants in Brisbane in 13 years, but as soon as I moved to Victoria, I've had 3 grants. Unfortunately, there's just better arts funding down here, which is why we came down here in the first place, because my partner and I are both artists. There's better arts funding in the sense that it supports more types of artists, you know, a wider variety. They're a lot more willing to put money into comics down here. I was the first person in like 3 or 4 years to get a writing grant from the Arts Society that I got my grant from, and the first comic book writer ever. And they were really excited about it. Don't drink water! Don't mind me being a huge nerd. That was a Dimension 20 reference. For anyone who hasn't watched it, but does watch actual play shows. Dimension 20 rules. Honestly, Dimension 20 is fabulous, and you should watch it. We all just reminded my friend Anthony that he should probably go hydrate. Speaking of which, I should probably have some water too, if I'm being honest. I don't usually go this long on a Tuesday night, but I really wanted to finish colouring this, so... Hey, thanks for sharing the live. Oh, I miss tacos. I miss tacos. I think that means yes, but they didn't mean to. I need a brass E. There we go. Hi, Yappa. Welcome. All right, I'll have a look in a second, Anthony. Thank you. Ooh, good choice, Yappa. Which Spider-Man's your favorite? Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Miles, and obviously I love Peter, but my favorite is Ben Reilly Spider-Man from the 90s. The new Ben Reilly that's currently Chasm, I don't like so much. It's fine. It's fine. But I really love original 90s Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I have a feeling Yappa means Hallows Eve, which is Ben Reilly's girlfriend who has the ability to put these masks on and turn into whatever the mask is. So, like, puts on a Jason Voorhees mask and she turns into a giant, machete-wielding serial killer. Frankenstein mask, she turns into a Frankenstein. I started drawing when I was 12. I was watching a lot of anime, I was reading comics, and I just wanted to start drawing. So I started doing art classes at school and getting my hands on as many sketchbooks as possible and just copying what I was watching and reading, and just kept going from there. So, like, I'm not technically self-taught, but somebody else has mentioned School Bus Graveyard. I looked it up, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet. Yeah, I'm not exactly, like, technically self-taught, but I've definitely learned more from my self-guided study than I ever did in school. Bungo Stray Dogs. Yes, I have heard of it. I don't think I've watched it, but I've heard of it. What fleshy colors do I want for this? Who are you asking, Yappa? There's a lot of conversation flying around right now. Oh no, this is Freddy Krueger from the Friday the 13th series. This is my character. This is Snuffles the Indomitable. It's DBZ inspired, Raining. I wanted to do a Toriyama style version of Snuffles last year, so I drew this one. And this is the one that's in the comic book that's coming out later this year. Thank you, Yappa. Yeah, he was originally just a pug. And then he turned into a pug man. I don't think I have heard of The Promised Neverland. I'm not sure what's going on up there, but it sounds like chaos. So if you want to check out any of my comics, you can find them on Global Comics or Comics.one under Brain Beast Studios. I have some free comics available, and I have some paid comics available. They're all short stories at the moment. My long ones aren't out yet. But you'll be able to get my long ones when they release on there as well. Shoot. What colors am I after here? This will get all red, cherry pink, geranium, and that red, and that pink. Let's have a look at these. Are you trying to tell me it's cold in Brisbane? It's 2 degrees down here. Yeah, it's 2C right now. What temp is it in Brisbane? I'm guessing it's about 12 at the coldest for this time of year. It is not Brisbane. It is also not Brisbane. It's just like a soft A. Yeah, okay, so that's cold for Brisbane, definitely. I remember when I was acclimatized to Brisbane, 14 was pretty chilly. And then I came down here and I was like, oh, Jesus.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew he was going to say 14. I was like, I bet it's 14.
My partner just burst in and said, I fucking knew it. I knew they were going to say 14. Welcome back again, Anthony. Yeah, it's almost like Brisbane, but not hard on the E. It's just Brisbane. Brisbane. It's almost like a quick ban sound. But maybe like think like barn, B-A-H-N, but fast. Brisbane. Ads. Yeah, good old ads. Yeah, most people call it Brizzy. No, that's too bright. It'll be fine for there. I'll touch it up with the other road that I was just using. Yeah, Gold Coast is just Gold Coast. Or if you're going specifically to like the main touristy part, it's surfers. Hey, 1K, that's not bad. I think my biggest was 8K so far. Well, thank you everyone. I really appreciate the help trying to get it as high as possible. Did I show you all my shirt that I drew yet?
Right, let's do this!
Yeah, the transition audio is a bit unpredictable sometimes. But yeah, that's my Moby Duck design. And you can get that on my threadless shop. Alright, we're almost done. Well, I can't take credit for the name for that one. It's inspired by a song by The Longest Johns. No, the song's called Moby Duck. I'll try my best. You've got about 15 minutes. I usually only go for an hour and a half. But I wanted to finish coloring this one, so... Oops. But of course, I'll be back tomorrow night where I'll be writing one of my comics. Which is, at the moment, tentatively called Snuffles the Indomitable Before the Beginning. And it's a prequel story. And it's the story of how Snuffles came to live with the wizard who raised him. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Hi, Akyashu! And tomorrow night we'll be writing a script for my comic. Thursday night, we will be working on digital art projects for some sticker designs for the Kickstarter. And if those are already finished, then we'll be working on some traditional media commissions. Some pencil commissions. And then on Friday night, that's Friday night sketch card party time. So on Friday nights, we try to do as many of these sketch cards as possible. And just to remind everyone, since there's new people here, hey, thanks for following, Rain. For all the new people that have just joined, you can help influence what I draw. So by jumping on the post that I posted earlier, asking for people to share pictures of their favorite characters and post those in the comments, you can help decide what goes into the polls for this week. And then by joining first thing for tomorrow's stream and first thing for Thursday's stream, or at any point on Friday's stream, you can then vote in the polls to decide which of those characters I'll be drawing. Alright. Now, where's my... I'll put these away first and then I'll get my white paint pen out. All right. Hey, nice. Yes, we did beat the record. That's rad. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Now we're just going to do the little touch that I usually do on these at the end, which is a little bit of an edge highlight. All right, and there we go. This one's finished. I'll take some pictures of it before I put it away. All right, and now I need a plastic sleeve. Good old Ultra Pro sleeves. All right. And let's add it to the stash. All right, so that's Freddy from tonight. Gun Tank, GM, RX-78, Storm Shadow, Dante, Spider Fid, Zeno, Piccolo, Ben Riley Spider-Man, Venom, Batman 1 Million, Damian Wayne, Harley Quinn, Casey Jones, Splinter, Pepperoni, Mikey, Raph, Donnie, Leo, Fugitoid, Bebop, Donut Detective, Devil Egg, The Rocketeer, and Baby No Money. That's the collection so far. Oh, hell yeah. Well done. Thank you for getting us to 15K. So, yeah, I'm trying to get Baby No Money to share some of my art. And if he does, I'm gonna draw 3 of the big ones for him if he shares my work. But, you know, I haven't gotten a response yet. That's really inappropriate. Bye. That's super inappropriate. Don't worry, they're already blocked. I don't tolerate that kind of bullshit in my streams. It's just a buzz cut. I got too lazy for the mohawk at the moment, so my partner just cut it short for me. But yeah, that was weird. That was really weird. Anyway, thanks for getting me to 15K, everyone. And thanks for hanging out. I'll see you all tomorrow night here again on TikTok. It's 9 o'clock every night, Tuesday through Friday. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So 9 o'clock every night, Tuesday through Friday. Tuesdays is drawing practice. So I pick a topic and we do a bunch of short studies. So stay tuned for the time lapses from tonight of the pugs that we were drawing earlier. Wednesday nights is writing night, so I'll be writing a script for whatever comic project I'm working on at the time. Thursday nights, I work on whatever other project I've got going on, whether that's pages for a comic or digital art for sticker or the commissions that I'm about to start working on. And then Friday nights is sketch card party night. So we try to do as many sketch cards suggested by the chat as possible on Friday nights. So I'm going to say goodnight to you for now, TikTok, and I'll see you tomorrow night. So thanks for hanging out. And Twitch, let's go for a little raid. Little raidy raid. Who's online? Gosh, who do I want to raid tonight? Okay, there we go. That's our raid message. Copy paste that. And let's go raiding.
I was gonna grab it because